You're watching the Business Channel, creating business class programmes. Asset Skills is the sector's skills council for facilities management, cleaning, housing, property and parking. Well, here with me is the Chief Executive, Sarah Bentley. Hello to you.
Hello there.
Now, what exactly does Asset Skills do?
Asset Skills does three things mainly. The first is that it collects lots of labour market information and intelligence on our sector. So that's looking particularly at workforce skills needs now and for the future, so that we can help not only employers to develop those skills they need, but also inform policy and help shape government programmes to support the sector in the future.
Is facilities management, do you think, now becoming a recognised profession?
I think it's slowly becoming recognised. Historically, facilities management as a phrase, I suppose, is pretty new really. Facilities managers struggle because it's a bit of a hidden workforce. It happens all around us and we don't really understand facilities management is happening until something goes wrong. I think with the introduction of new qualifications that Asset Skills has contributed to, we're starting now to enable people to learn and develop in the workplace and actually understand that they are facilities managers and that there is a career pathway for them and that they can progress within industry. So slowly we're getting there, but I think we've got a long way to go yet.
Now, Asset Skills is responsible for collecting industry data. What do you think are the biggest challenges facing the industry?
I think the industry is facing a significant demographic time bomb. Over 51% of the people that work in the industry at the moment are over 45 years old. So we've got a real challenge ahead to make sure we're introducing young people to the sector that want to progress and develop, so those skills aren't lost when those people retire in years to come.
What additional help do you think that the industry needs to develop its workforce?
I think the most help that we can give the facilities management industry to really develop its workforce is through the development of very clear career pathways for the industry. And that doesn't mean just writing documents that will enable people to see that FM is a career, but actually helping them to really address that demographic time bomb. So what we're doing is Asset Skills has managed to secure funding from the UK Commission for Employment and Skills to deliver a careers management programme for the sector, and this involves work at all levels really and with different people engaged in the sector, but mainly we're focusing on schools. So what we're doing is bringing people from the FM industry into schools to talk about the wide range of career opportunities that there are and to demonstrate to them that FM is a sector that people can develop and progress and end up having very satisfactory careers in that. So we're bringing industry in, we're taking young people and children into industry too, so that they can see what it's like to work in FM. What we really want to do is make FM a career of choice for young people. Currently it isn't, and we will do everything we can so that people understand what it is in the first place and actually know that there is a route for them either through the apprenticeships or through other training and development that will enable them to have a very successful career in FM.
Now, do you envisage a time where there will actually be a minimum threshold level of competence for people entering the FM industry?
I think that time is absolutely now. We're already starting to see employers, large employers in the FM sector, coming together to say we really need to set a minimum standard. Asset Skills' role is to help define that standard and help develop the qualifications then around that will enable people to progress in FM as a career.
Now, what opportunities do you think that FM apprenticeships, and particularly the higher apprenticeships, are bringing?
I think apprenticeships bring a huge opportunity to the industry. FM as a job is very hands-on and very practical, and apprenticeships are an on-the-job way of learning and developing and progressing. So I think the fact that we have apprenticeships in FM now is fantastic. What we want to do is enable people to progress once they have achieved their apprenticeship, and therefore giving them higher level at 4, 5 and 6 hopefully, working with universities too so that we can bring some of that knowledge into the sector. It creates a huge opportunity not only for those that want to work their way up, but also those entering the sector at a higher level but want to become qualified and trained in that job role.
How do you think the government could better understand the demands of the FM industry, which is very dynamic, isn't it? It's growing. The
FM industry is growing at quite a rate actually, and it's been identified by government as one of the key growth sectors to help us in our economic recovery. I think government just needs to understand the size of the sector more, recognise the contribution it makes to UK PLC, and to start to understand that the industry is actually significantly important to everybody's lives, whether you're at home, whether it's the house you live in, your travel to work, or the business and the office that you work in too. It's a hidden industry, and we need to sort of come out from the shadows in a way and really start to say, this is important to everyone's working lives and how effective we are in our day-to-day work. So if we can start to recognise it, start to understand much more about the size of the sector and the impact it can actually have on the way on business, then we can start to really see some changes.
Well, Sarah Bentley, CEO of Asset Skills, thank you very much.
Thank you.